Hello and welcome back to our company presentations here in the Spain Pavilion within Mobile World Congress 2025. We're going to continue with more company presentations. As you know, the Spain Pavilion is shared by a diverse set of Spanish tech companies, and we'll be hearing next from Alea Soluciones. You can find them in stand number 26, and here to talk to us about how they're specialists in GPON FTTx networks. Please welcome Luis Rodriguez, Head of International Unit for Alea. Whenever you're ready.
Good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. Yeah, so briefly, as you can see here, in Alea we democratize fans. Yeah, whatever it is. Might be this kind of fans. Might be yes. Or might be this other kind of funds. I'm intrigued to know what it is, right? So really, it's not that kind of funds we democratize. The kind of funds we democratize are these ones. So funds stands for fixed access network sharing. And we have been working around this very interesting paradigm since the very beginning of the industry, on the telecom industry in Spain. And I will tell you a bit more about this and how we have managed to control this part very well. So first, maybe helping you understand why I call it democratize. Democratize means we provide an easy, technically low level, and also very competitive access to any kind of player. I will explain what open access means exactly later, but full stack, so providing full stack means really providing all the features, all the functionality. You need to manage your network, you manage your resources, you manage your services in a very easy and competitive way. I think this is the very important thing. You have heard about BSS and OS systems all around. Ours is very specific for this domain. Open access, now I come to the topic, open access. I will explain this very well in the next slide, but open access is about providing access to deployed fibers by anyone in a very easy way, so everybody can get a bandwidth from this fiber. And I think it makes sense to say robustness tested in Spain. And I'm proud to say it's tested in Spain because Spain is one of the main, even the most advanced country when it comes to open access. And I think this is quite important, and it's really a reference worldwide. And we got this experience, and I think this is very good. So, a little bit about the open access concept, because not everybody knows this with a lot of detail, but when you come to fiber deployment, you have different players. You have the owner, I mean that one that is really deploying the fiber, and normally they get money to do it, or they have it by themselves, or they get it. So they need to pay a bond to the ABC. Then you have the operator that illuminates the fiber, and is ready to provide connectivity to any ISP that come later. So the owner pays a flat fee to the operator to manage to operate the fiber. Sometimes these kind of people come together or not, but it's important that you know there are different players. Of course, you have the retailer. The retailer is, of course, the one that gives service to the end user. You will say it in the next point. But the retailer just pays a fee to use the fiber to the owner of the fiber. And these guys can also come together. So you can find a player that is not only deploying the fiber, but also operating the fiber as a neutral fiber, and also operating the fiber providing end service to the end customers. And of course, you have independent retailers. You have people that have nothing to do with the previous. They have a very specific business plan. It's only about providing services to the community, and full stop. And of course, they also pay a fee. And here we have the end users. At the end of the day, they just want to know what is the kind of bandwidth they get, the kind of service they get. And by the way, they normally don't have a clue there's an operator, wholesale operator, or an owner, or even a VC behind this. So in this paradigm, we have been playing a lot, and the beauty of this, and this is quite related to what we are going to do in the next years, non-telco players can easily step in. So you will find construction companies, you will find oil and gas companies stepping in because there is a business they don't know, but as they have money, they will like to join. I will explain this a little bit later. So coming back to my start, in Alea we democratize funds, which means we provide easy and competitive access. Maybe I will explain this a little bit later, to an easy service management, so a full but light full stack, and monitoring to medium and small ISPs. This is an important thing. So we are not addressing the super key players, the Telefonicas, Vodafones. We are addressing those rural, small ISPs. They really want to deploy the service to a community that can be counted in hundreds, thousands, etc. And in an open access environment. So again, the topic open access environment. So quickly about us, only one slide about that. So since 2002, we have been a Huawei partner. Being Huawei partner has been always very good. They bring us super R&D, best products in place. You know, there are some countries you cannot go with Huawei, but we are so pleased to have worked with them for so many years. Already 13 years working with them. As I was saying, we have on top of that developed our own suite of management solutions that I will explain in the next slide. And we have complemented our offering with a set of value-adding professional services. This is not only deployment, so we have our own deployment, not only deployment, but also development. We have also our own support. We can provide our own support. In numbers, and I think these are important, Spain is almost fully tackled. There is no space for us anymore. I mean, when all this open access environment started was 2011-ish, I would say, yeah. We have been winning customers since then. I mean, you know, Spain has around 1,500 ISPs, and we have more than 90% of those already working with us. Even further, Alea has become some kind of de facto standard. I mean, when you speak with someone or a new player, they want to work in this open access environment, they typically the word is you need to be compatible with Alea, which is an interesting thing. And yeah, very quick references. Again, names that don't resonate because I mean, of course, you see Telefonica, but many others, yeah. But I mean, as I said, small and medium players is really our target. Explain a little bit how this is dimensioned. So mid tiers and low tiers, those who are really not playing the incumbent, those who are really not interested maybe in deploying fiber, or maybe yes, are those that really are our targets, and particularly those starting in niche domains, maybe one municipality, having a coverage of 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 users are really our target, and these guys are extremely budget sensitive. The business plan is very tight, and they need to make sure they have a solution that works, and we can show that it works in so many customers, and they play the minimum possible. Yeah, and this is where Alea masters like no other. Our offering is, I mentioned, in 2 dimensions. So I'm maybe summing up all what I said before. We have 2 areas of functionality. So we have quality of experience, linked to Wi-Fi management, linked to monitoring. So making sure the services provided is the right one. And we have all the full stack light that I mentioned before. It's about making sure that all the order fulfillment works properly, both in the ISP and in the wholesale operator. And then we have it also based on final user. So we have a pool of solutions for wholesale operators and a pool of solutions for ISPs or retail operators. And so if we want to see this in a nice architecture, and I have a minute, again, based on Huawei, based on any kind of optical access, storage, transmission, and IP or datacom, we have built our full stack that you can see here. Again, as I mentioned before, has 2 coverage: the OSS for the wholesale, the OSS for the ISP, the BSS, which makes the full stack, and then the Wi-Fi management and all the monitoring part that we call it observability all-in-one. And then, by the way, in some countries, because I don't know if I mentioned this before, we are coming international this year. We also have the ability to deploy fiber. As time is running, so let me sum it up. I have 20 seconds to do it. So we are specialists in optimizing and monetizing your FTTx network. Basically, why optimizing while monetizing is clear, because we are very quite focused on understanding your business plan and making it profitable. We democratize funds was the way to start, and basically because we allow mid and low tier telcos to step into this business, so they don't need to worry about the fiber and how to use it. So just a basic full stack to manage the services, this is what they really want to do. And really, with all these years, we have developed this full stack light and also a cutting edge Wi-Fi management solution based on Huawei, but we have developed it on further. I think we are one of the best, if not the best, that exists in the market. And your use case, whatever your use case is, we have seen this already in Spain. So we are convinced that any reference, any need in any international country, we have covered this already in Spain. And this is also supported by a talented team of engineers. And time is out, and I think I need to finish unless anybody tells me something different. Anybody tells me something different, I need to finish? No? No? It's okay? I'm done. I'm done. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm out. Estoy fuera ya.